Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Miami Dolphins. So before we get into today's video, I want to update you guys in case you missed some things. Xavier Howard will not be playing in Thursday night's game. Cam Wake will be a game time decision, which is great news. Hopefully he can play. That would be awesome. The third thing is just a little cool story. Jarvis Landry said the no-huddle offense was so effective against the Dallas Cowboys that they were throwing up, that was a cool little story. And hopefully we can see that no-huddle offense again against the Atlanta Falcons. So let's get into it. So I want to start kind of with the negatives and what I really want to see just improve overall. Obviously, let's start with the defense, and then we'll get into the offense. The defense, I need to see this defensive line dominate. It's like we're watching, I don't know, it's like they're dressing up as Mario Williams, but it's not actually Mario Williams. It's like they're dressing up as Ndamukong Suh, but it's not actually Ndamukong Suh. It's weird. It's like this defensive line is bipolar. It doesn't make any sense. I need to see, we haven't seen them dominate in the run game in the first preseason game or the second preseason game. And a lot of that has to do with scheme issues. I mean, even when we saw the starters against the Cowboys, we didn't see Cam Wake out there, but again, Cam Wake, not a run-stuffing defensive end, he's a pass rusher. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, but we didn't see that the last two games, and I'm sick and tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of last season. Do you know, like, the crapping, like, I was like, Suh, OV, and Wake on the same defensive line, we're gonna dominate. No, that didn't happen. Obviously, all injuries played into that, but still, even early on when they were all playing together, we didn't see any of that. So it would be nice to see these guys actually play like we know they can and use their talent and dominate against the Atlanta Falcons. And they're going up against a really good offense with Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan down there, especially Devontae Freeman. Can we stop Devontae Freeman, one of the best running backs in the NFL right now, one of the best young backs in the league, maybe the best young back in the league. So that would be huge if we can stop Devontae Freeman. And definitely sick and tired of seeing this. I don't know if seriously, I'm sick and tired of seeing it. And it would definitely be just reassuring going into the regular season. This is not going to be the same old Dolphins defense that cannot stop the run. That would be huge. Now, let's get into the most concerning part in terms of talent on the Dolphins defense, and that is the secondary. Can we see the secondary bounce back from because they actually played really well against the Giants. They caused a ton of turnovers. Bobby McCain had a beast of a game against the Giants, but the Cowboys, totally different story. Totally different story. Can we see Bobby McCain bounce back from a terrible performance against the Dallas Cowboys? Can we see Byron Maxwell bounce back from a terrible performance against the Cowboys? Tony Lippett was the best. Like, Tony Lippett had he dropped a pick, and they called pass interference on him. It wasn't pass interference, but he dropped a pick, and that was the only bad play Tony Lippett had, unless I'm forgetting something. Tony Lippett was the best. Can we see Tony Lippett bounce back? It wasn't like Tony Lippett played amazing that game, but I want to see something from Tony Lippett too. I want one of these guys in the secondary to make plays. You know, I know that Rashard Jones is a playmaker. Rashard Jones is one of the most consistent players on the Miami Dolphins team. I know that what he can do. I just want to see some of these young, unproven players do something for once, and that's the most concerning thing going into the season, guys. I have hopes that we can stop the run, but that secondary, I don't know, man. We have just a bunch of unproven players. I love Bobby McCain. I know what he can do. I just want to see it on the field. Okay, so let's get into the linebackers. Jesus God in heaven. Jelani Jenkins, Kiko Alonso, step it up, man. We need you this season more than ever. I'm sick and tired. We have a rich history of linebackers and for the last 20 years. I mean, with Carlos Dansby, Zach Thomas, we've never really had terrible linebackers until Darnell and Crap Philip Wheeler came along. And they weren't as bad as Kelvin Shepard and Kouamisi can't stay healthy. So I need these linebackers to step up, god dang it. I need them to step up, and I'm sick of, they played terrible against Jason Witten. And Jason Witten not that fast anymore. He's just a really good route runner, and Kiko Alonso is way faster. You should be able to at least keep up with Jason Witten, for God's sakes. Jelani Jenkins, I need you to stay healthy, obviously, and I need to see what I saw when you can stay healthy, which is a tackling machine, really good in coverage. I need to see these linebackers step up. So, with the offense, in terms of negatives, is just the run game. From last game, we saw the no-huddle offense was very effective. Ryan Tannehill came out and balled out. Kenny Stills came out, balled out. But we need to see this. I need to see a run game, and especially since Arian Foster is going to play a longer period of time against the Falcons, I need to see that run game be a success. Rip one out for 20 yards. Rip one off for 35. I don't know. Give me a big run, and I'll be happy. Especially with this no-huddle offense. You know how deadly it would be if that run game is extremely just effective. Our offense would be insanely fun to watch. It would be a fun season all around. Especially since Ryan Tannehill when he has a run game, his record is really, really good. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now, but when he has a close to 100 yards a rusher, where he has above 500 records. So that would be huge for this offense. Also, can we see Devontae Parker make a play? It would be awesome to see DP make a play. We haven't seen that all preseason yet. He dropped the ball in the end zone. And that's not. I'm not criticizing Devontae Parker or anything. I'm just saying it would be nice to see. Obviously, so the run game with Devontae Parker would make some plays. Obviously, these tight ends, I'm sick and tired of seeing them play terrible. Obviously, Jordan Cameron dropping a pass in the end zone. They need to step it up against the Atlanta Falcons. That would be huge. Can we see Ryan come back and do what he did against the Cowboys against a Dan Quinn defense that actually is kind of Rex Ryan-esque with some of the exotic blitzes that Dan Quinn has and a very good zone scheme that Dan Quinn has? Obviously won them a Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. So all of those things I would love to see. Obviously, can the offensive line do at least somewhat what they did against that Vic Beasley, who's a really good defensive end? Can that offensive line at least keep Ryan Tannehill upright like they did against the Cowboys? They're going up against a better defensive line, but it would be awesome if they were at least consistent with. Hopefully, I think it's going to be Laramie Tunsil and Bushrod with the ones against the Falcons. So that would be great to see them keep Ryan upright. Obviously, the storyline of this whole preseason and the biggest surprise has been Isaiah Pead, who's been a really, really bright spot for this Miami Dolphins team. Can he rip one in primetime at nighttime in Florida? Would be huge to get like a 40-yard touchdown or something like that. Can Isaiah Pead be consistent and do what he has been doing the whole preseason? That would be huge, and that would lock him down a roster spot, hands down. So that's gonna be it, guys. I am Skaggs.